Evening and welcome to Motivational Monday with me, your girl, Jackie O. Happy Monday. Happy first Monday of the month. It is February. It is a new month, new opportunities, new goals, birthdays, anniversaries, Black History Month. Honey, it's all things new in the month of February. And Valentine's Day, that's the month of love too, right? So welcome to Motivational Monday with me, your girl, Jackie O. We have an amazing show in store for you on this evening. So I hope you are ready. Listen, you need to make sure that you need to have several things, okay? You'll need to have your favorite beverage, tea, coffee, water, a blanket. We got a nice cozy little blanket. And let's see what else. Oh, your notepad. You will need your notepad because we're not dropping fake nuggets tonight. We're dropping some real nuggets, like, the real nuggets that's not stuffed with a whole bunch of stuff. Yeah, you got it. So have your pen and your pad ready because our special guest, Marviette Usher, is going to be dropping some real nuggets. And we want to make sure that you catch them. Okay. And just to remind you a little bit about Jackie O and our platform, Jackie O, we're all about helping you to think well and to live well. And we do that by bringing our Motivational Monday with Jackie O show, which airs every first Monday of the month. We also have our skincare line, the Glow Collection by Jackie O, and our newly released coloring book. Oh, girl, yes. Self-care coloring book and things. It is 89 pages. It's a hardcover of scriptures on rest, affirmations, coloring pages, and self-care activities. So all of that is under our brand, which is a wellness brand, again, helping you to think well and to live well. So I hope you are ready because we are getting ready to bring on our special guest for this evening. Listen, we're not going to do a whole bunch of talking, at least I'm not, because we have a lot of information we are going to be sharing with you on this evening, and we want to make sure that you get it all. Also, let us know if you're tuned in, where you are watching us from. Go ahead and drop it in the comment section where you're watching from. Also share this video to your pages so that other people will get a chance to see what we have to say tonight with our special guest, Marviette Usher. So if you're ready, I'm ready, and we will be right back with our special guest after this message.
Marviette A. Usher, known as Lady Million Marviette, is a powerhouse speaker, author, and personal branding strategist who is dedicated to helping women transform their lives from the inside out. After 20 years as an IT consultant, she left corporate America to empower women who felt stuck or unseen. Through her nonprofit, Phenomenal Woman, Phenomenally You, Marviette has impacted over 1,000 women, guiding them to embrace their potential and turn pain into purpose. Her signature You and You experience helps women to birth out their greatness and commit to living fully. After 30 years of marriage, Marviette navigated divorce with grace, using her experience to inspire others to honor every season of their journey. As the author of Phenomenal, Oh Yes You Are, and 30 Pearls of I Do, She encourages women to step into their power. A recipient of numerous honors, a podcast host, and a brand fashion designer, Marviette is on a mission to impact 1 million women worldwide. Her message is very simple. Every struggle holds the seed of a powerful new beginning. Please help us welcome to Motivational Monday with Jackie O, the beautiful, the brilliant, the amazing, the phenomenal Marviette A. Usher.
Woo! I need that intro.
How are you?
I am wonderful.
Very good. Yes, and you're looking wonderful on this Monday evening.
Thank you so much. It's a Monday for us, Motivational Monday. I'm so happy to be here with you on today, my sis.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Y'all, a little bit too about Marviette. This is really kind of a catch up for us as well. Marviette and I, we have known each other. Layla, my oldest daughter, will be 24 this year. So that means we've known each other like 24, 25 years.
That's exactly what that means. Whoa.
I know, right? But who would have known 24, 25 years later that we would be sitting here sharing this platform together, doing the same thing, empowering women.
Empowering women. And I promise you, I am going to find out the name of the organization that we created as young married ladies in Houston, Texas in the early 2000s. Actually, it was probably in the 1998, 99 time frame. And all I remember is it was purple back then with diamond buttons. And I don't know what we called ourselves, but we did have a couple of events. And so I'm going to find out.
Yes, please do, because listen, it slipped my memory of what it was. Because we've been on this journey for a hot second, serving in ministry, serving women. And so I am just honored that you were able to accept our invitation to be with us on this evening for sure. Yeah.
And I'm glad to be here. Thank you so much for the invitation. I have been on Zoom for the last 2 weeks and just sharing stories. And I just keep telling phenomenal women, do what you do, embrace your calling, walk in it, and all sorts of doors will be open for you to just share the goodness of God and share the glory that he has rested upon your life. And so that's all I'm doing, enjoying the journey, saying yes to the invitations, because I'm saying every day I wake up, I say, God, what are we doing? What are we doing? So I'm just taking a journey. I'm enjoying the journey of what God has already gone ahead for me and has already paved the way for me. So I'm excited. I wake up every day with expectation and to see what shall he unfold today.
And it's always something fabulous.
Oh, yes.
It's always, and even if it's just not that it's I'm minimal, making this minimal, but just waking up.
Yes.
That, God, you're doing this for us today. So love it. Well, Marviette, we're going to hop right into our conversation with you on this evening. And we're going to be talking about resilience, transformation, rest, rediscovery, being phenomenal, fearfully and wonderfully made, all of those things. We're going to be discussing that on this evening. And so I want to start off first with, before you went on this journey, you were in the IT field for over 20 years. Before I even ask you that first question, tell me a little bit about that, because if I'm not mistaken, you were like one of the first women, or there wasn't very many women when you first started out on that journey. Tell us a little bit about that.
So first of all, I don't know if you remember, I graduated from University of Houston in 1995. And before I graduated and went to the University of Houston, I used to be so intrigued by IT. I don't know what it was. I was just intrigued by being able to develop something and hitting enter and seeing it come to life. And so that's the journey I went on. And Dwight Williams, my mentor, Mervyn Williams, my mentor, all of us working together late nights. And so all I know is I ended up in this field saying, this is what I want to do. And I walked in one day and really realized that I have just stepped into the man cave. It is all men, male-dominated field, and to be very specific, it's mostly Caucasian men, and some of them, or majority of them, were much older men who needed to retire. Okay. But I knew that I deserved a seat at the table. And so one of the things I embraced very early on was, you know, as a woman and as an African-American woman, you have to be able to perform, and you have to be able to give them the ability to say, you know what, maybe I second guessed it, but she deserves a seat at the table. And so I started my journey with Dwight Williams as a consultant in 1996, shortly after graduating from college. And then in 1998, I started my independent software development consultant opportunity. And I did that for 20 years. And so just to testify, I promised God that I would give him all glory every time I had an opportunity. As an independent consultant, you don't stay around at a company for 20 years. And so I knew every year when they asked me to come back, I said, this is all God, and I will be here until he tells me that it's time to move on. So wow. Being the only female a lot of times on some of the projects, or being one of two or three, all right, and definitely being a lot of times at the table as the only African-American. And so all I can say is everything, God had it all in plan, because everything that I learned at those tables, everything that I've learned at those tables, I am utilizing it now.
Yeah.
I'm utilizing it now.
Yeah. That is an amazing testimony. Mm-hmm. And so now you're utilizing it in what you're doing with Phenomenally You, mm-hmm. and all the other ventures that you have going on. So tell us, what made you take that leap of faith to leave corporate America, mm-hmm. and now do what you're doing?
So actually, honestly, it wasn't necessarily that I made this grand decision to take the leap. It was one of those things where God was pulling me, just gradually pulling me. You know, I remember starting in the early 2000s as a remote consultant. Mm-hmm. And so I moved to South Carolina, correct? Yeah, I moved to South Carolina. And it was as if they said, we want you to still come back once a month. And so that in the early 2000s, you know, that was a time no one was remote. Absolutely no one hardly was remote. And so I enjoyed this remote journey. And so then I started this journey in 2007, really seeking God and saying, God, what did you call me for? I mean, Jackie, those are the conversations I would have in my prayer room. I would be like, God, I understand that we're in ministry and we're pastoring a church, but me, what am I to do? What did you call it? And I just really started this soul search and this personal development journey of really tapping into who God says I was, who God says I am, and what the word said about it. And you know what? It was very interesting to me is when we listen to certain scriptures about living the abundant life and just talking about all the promises of God, I started this journey of saying, I want more. I really want to know what these scriptures really mean in our lives. I want to know. And so in that journey, he impressed upon me to start a foundation called Phenomenal Woman. And so what was so interesting and how that got started was, as I was a leader in the church and just in the community, a lot of women kept coming to me, dropping their pain and agony and their hurt on me. And I was like, whoa. So I remember one day telling my mom, do I have the word I work with hurt women across my forehead? Because so many women was coming to me sharing what they needed to share. Now, I will say, to God be the glory, that it is because of him that he did give me the words of wisdom to share. But Jackie, some of the things these women had gone through, majority of them, I had not embraced that. I had no point of reference. I did not know what they were talking about. But what I knew is that I saw that while women are at broken, it is crucial how you see yourself, what you think about yourself, what your self-talk is like, what your circle looks like. It is crucial. So I began to have this deep passion for how women saw themselves in a season of brokenness, because it was a make or break. You know, we hear storms will either make you or they will break you. So then I started in Mary Kay, thinking this is something I was going to do on a large platform. And it was also a way for me to help women. And I said, you know, when I would meet women, I would say, you're meeting me for skincare, but I'm telling you now, it's going to be about something even greater than that, right? And even in that, he was still pulling me. I was ministering to more women. And so out of all of that, seeking him, Phenomenal Woman was birthed. Wow. And the theme for Phenomenal Woman back then was how women see themselves in a season of brokenness. All right. So then come on, fast forward a couple years, a lot of years actually. I started getting uncomfortable in IT in terms of it wasn't as fulfilling as it used to be for me. I mean, it used to juice me, right? It wasn't as fulfilling. The culture of IT was changing. And when I say the culture of IT was changing, I'm talking about the young whippersnappers. So by now I'm in my 40s, I'm late 40s, and we're bringing in people in their late 20s, mid to late 20s. And the culture is changing. The work ethics are different. They're coming in, they're on their phones. You know, I'm giving instructions and I'm saying, did you bring a pen and a paper to take some notes? Girl. They're sitting on their phone and they're just scrolling, you know, they're on all their social media. And I'm thinking, well, this is not going to work for me. So the culture was just changing, right? And I started having even a stronger pull. And I'm going to tell you, one day I was in prayer and I was running down my stairs and I was just struggling with the decision. Is this the right thing to do? Is this the right thing to do? I mean, IT was good to me. Good. And I'm thinking, is this the right thing to do? And clear as day, he said, if you can give it up, you have it all.
Wow.
That's exactly what I said. All right. If you can give it up, you can have it all. All right. And so I got excited. Like, okay, let's do this. Right. But he did not tell me the Job moments in between. He did not tell me the Joseph Pitt moments in between, right? In between the having it all. So that is how I ended up taking the step. So it wasn't just like this jump. I'm making this decision. He was grooming me and pulling me, right? And he got me when he said, if you can give it up, you can have it all. He got me. You know, and then I just started this journey. That's how it happened.
I love how you just said toward the end that it didn't happen right away.
No.
You know, God was pulling at you. But what I got out of that too is it was a process.
Yes.
All about the timing and all about the process that you went through to get to that point, because it just wasn't time. But when it was time, is when God was like, just give it up. Just surrender, Marviette.
Just surrender. Now, I'm going to tell you, I'm a scary cat in terms of when I'm dealing with God. Scary. When I say scary, I'm talking about in terms of perfect will and permissive will.
Oh, that's good.
I don't play with that. And so that is how I've lived my life. I have embraced things, stayed in things, been a part of things. I have just stuck it out, stuck things out in my life, in anything, because I'm so cautious about when you get in his permissive will, it takes you round the block, up the street. Then you have to get a whipping, and then you have to, you know, it's just too much for me. It's just too much for me. And I was that young girl growing up that when mom said, don't do something, we're good. Don't worry, not doing it. I I just believe I'm not the girl who has to say, I need a testimony.
Yeah.
I'm okay with saying it didn't work for you. Don't
Yeah.
work. And so that was another reason why I jumped, went ahead and just took the plunge too, was because I was like, God, if this is your perfect will for me, and I stay somewhere where I'm not supposed to be, I will miss the season of when you're moving and doing something amazing in my life.
Wow.
Because you can miss your season.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
And we don't want to miss it.
Oh, no. I said this morning, God, whatever you're doing in this season, please don't do it without me.
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah. That is so good. And that's why it's important that we stay before him and that we have that relationship with him to where we can hear from him and hear from him clearly. And even, to hear from him clearly, one of my favorite scriptures is in Psalms, where it tells us just to be still, still, know that I am God, because like you said, we can miss it because we're so busy doing us.
Right.
Just missed it. We had a comment from Natalie who said, wow, that's a word, basically is what she was saying. Just give it up. Let me get the comment right. Wow, if you give it up, you can have it
all. Yes.
That's a message. That's a message itself.
And trust me, I remind him too.
Yeah, yes, absolutely. Absolutely. So Marviette, you're on this journey and, you are on the journey to reach 1 million women. And I talked about that a couple of days ago on our little lunch teaser, that a lot of times when people hear 1 million, they hear that number, it just seems like it's so far out of reach.
Right.
But it's really not far out of reach.
It's not.
So talk to us about that, how you are going to do that strategy, because you're talking about 1 million women worldwide.
Yes, worldwide. Absolutely.
Yes, worldwide. Girl, tell us about it.
So first of all,
journey with you.
Say it again.
I said, we're going to be in this journey with you.
Yes, ma'am. You absolutely are. You absolutely are. Miss Natalie, whoever commented, you are a part of the journey as well. And so it literally came, Jackie, truly from a true understanding that the greater the pain, your pit, your experience, for me, is the greater the impact. We grew up in church and we always heard this for years. The greater the pain, the greater the reward, all that kind of good stuff. Sound really nice, but yes, God is going to reward you. He is going to pay you. But for me, the revelation in it for me, now it may be different for someone else, but to me, the greater the life challenges that you go through, for me, it just means the bigger and the greater, larger your impact will be.
Yeah.
Everything we do in life, it is tied to our kingdom assignment. All right. Even as God allows us to rise to the top, guess what? You're only rising because that is kingdom growth.
Yeah.
It's not about us, right? But it is kingdom growth, and that's what he's doing. And so when God brings you through things, women, that don't make sense to the human psyche, and he brought you through it, that means God has something crazy and audacious for you to do. Stuff that's just ridiculous, right? You say, this didn't make sense.
Yeah.
This is utterly ridiculous. Then I knew God doesn't waste a crisis. So if he's pulling everything together, the good, the bad, the ugly, right? And it's all for your good, right? But guess what? It's bringing him glory. It's bringing him glory. So I had to embrace the mandate that was on my life was going to be huge, right? It was going to be huge. So the 1 million actually came from, as I mentioned on the teaser on Friday, my manifesting buddy, Mercedes L. Miller here in Winston-Salem, we come together and we do Empower Plays. And so in 2003, up until now, we have been coming together and manifesting and counting $1 million. Everything we're manifesting, we do it together and we count it, we write it, whatever, right? And so one day I was Googling some images that look like 1 million, that represent 1 million, what is all that? And up pops up this beautiful jar container of perfume, and it's gold, beautiful, and it says Lady Million. It just hit me. I kept sitting there looking at the screen, just looking at it. I texted to her and I was just looking at it and I was just looking at it. And I thought about it that night and literally it hit me. Lady Million Marviette transforming the lives of 1 million phenomenal women inside and out. And it has stuck ever since. And like I said on Friday, close your eyes and visualize if every woman could be healed from trauma, could be delivered. Number one, just know who she is according to the word of God, right? Then we wouldn't have women doing stupid stuff. My grandmother used to say, don't be a silly woman. You know, and there comes a time in your life where you have to look back and say, now that was silly, right?
Yeah.
But I say when people do things that are silly, that are ridiculous, that just like doesn't make any sense, like how you do that? How you do that, right? I say it's because they have not tapped into their purpose. They have not yet embraced the seed. We're all carrying a seed. They have not yet embraced the seed that is literally down on the inside of them. And when you embrace what God has invested in you, you compromise it for no one. You compromise it for nothing. When you literally, just like when you find out you're pregnant, right? When we find out we're pregnant, we all of a sudden stop eating certain things, stop drinking certain things, stop going certain places, right? Stop engaging in certain things because you want to nurture the seed and you guard it with your life. And so that is exactly what happened. And that is exactly how the 1 million would happen. If every woman really took the time to heal, be delivered, be set free, nurture who she is, understand who she is, right? Love another sister, walk in true sisterhood. That one woman can then transform her family. A healed woman has a healed family, right? Then her children are healed. Then when you have a healed family, what did we say on Friday? You have a healed community.
Yeah.
So for every woman that has come through the UNU program, do you know how many of them have daughters? They have sisters that have said to me, I've shared this with my sister and it's transforming her life. I've shared this with my coworker and it's transforming her life, right? They're now doing things in the community. So it's 1 million all day long, all day long.
I love that. That is,
All day long.
yeah. And you know, the healing that you were talking about is gonna take us right into our next question for you. You know, you were married for probably over 30 years plus.
Yes.
And you know, anytime I've gone through divorce as well. And so, you know, that can be it can be a really tough, devastating time.
Yes.
You know, it's a grieving time, you know, just you grieve a loved one that you've lost. You grieve a marriage, especially if you've built a life together, you have children and all the things that go along with it. But you navigated that with grace. You know? And I know that there were some crying moments because, you know, and some angry moments because we all gone through that. We all have those emotions and those moments. But even in that, you know, we still have the peace of God, right?
Right.
Peace, even through the devastation, is still with us.
Right.
So tell us how you navigated through it and how you are using that experience to just really help other women that are going through that to heal.
Well, first of all, Jackie, you are so right when you say it is not an easy place to be in. And I write about this in my book, and I say, women, don't sign up for what society says about, oh, girl, just get over it, just move on. You know, don't sign up for that. No. Don't sign up for that. And I say, when girls or whatever can just move on like that, then you may want to consider, what are you not sitting in as far as your truth? And what are you truly not healing from? And because one of the things my counselor said to me is that trauma, I don't care the intensity of the trauma itself leaves scars. Okay. and it leaves wounds. And those wounds and scars need time to heal. But here's the thing, it's not just time. And don't sign up for that when people say time heals all wounds. No, you need some time and you need some guidance. You need some coaching. You need some God. You need a whole lot of love and support around you. You need to grab a hold to yourself and say, I refuse to let this take me out. And that was one of the things I had to determine was, as I was approaching the 30 years, it was not looking anything like I had envisioned. I mean, we've done things big all of our lives. Everything we did was big. And one thing I can say is I know what good is like. I know what good is like. So can nobody tell me what good, doesn't look like. I know what it's like. And so when I had to make a decision, 30 years, I had to sit with myself, Jackie, and I say, what do I want to do with this? And I prayed and I said, God, what do I do with this? Because I want to celebrate the life that I did have and the journey that a lot of the days, Jackie, were wonderful, great times. And I don't want to just, let the things that happen in the end overshower and overpower all the wonderful treatment that I did have. And, y'all in Houston, the friends and family, they would always say, girl, you so spoiled. He has you so spoiled. And that I was. Yes. Okay. And it was good. So I didn't want to just overshower that and throw it away. So long story short, I was with a girlfriend and I said, oh my God, 30 years is coming up. What do you think I should do? How do I celebrate this? And so she was like, you said I do, and you did. That deserves celebrating. And so I took that phrase, came home, pondered it, and I was like, God, what do I do? What do you want me to do? And I always ask God. I sit and I say, God, what are we doing with this? Yeah. And he dropped in my spirit the book. Okay. And so what I say to everybody in the book, yes, some of my experiences, aspects of my experiences are in the book, but he wanted me to focus mostly on pearls of wisdom, nuggets, things I've learned. So the book is written to a single person contemplating marriage, a newlywed or a seasoned person who is married and things are wonderful. It's also written to once your marriage does become tested, then when it gets jeopardized like none other. And then when you do have to make the decision that the damage is too far to repair, and you have to make a decision that it's best that we part ways. And so in that, I teach and I share with women. So at the end of every pearl, there are nuggets and there is mindful work that you must do to make you sit. So in the book, it's not focused on the other person. Yeah. Some things are shared, but it's not focused on the other person, because at the end of the day, you have to decide, is this going to make me or break me? Life situations, life happenings, challenges, struggles, I call them it's. Everybody has one. All right. Everybody has one. So I say to women, while you're looking at me, don't feel sorry for me and go, oh my God, you have your own it. This just happens to be my it. And what I know for sure is that God knows who to allow certain people to face certain situations, because what? One of my hashtags is, I was created for this. You were built for it. He know what he put in you. And if you allow your it to do its perfect work, Jackie, it's perfect work in you, right? That's surrendering. You said surrender earlier. If you allow it to do its perfect work, you're going to come out on top. And so then you have to make the decision. And I had to come to grips one day and I said, God, as your king's daughter, and because I know I have lived a dedicated, prayerful life with you, I have to believe that you have chosen what was best for me, best for my well-being. So you have to be able to have that type of relationship with God where you trust that you chose what was best for me. So in the book, I share, how do you always choose you, choose God, allow him to use you, and show up and win? And how do you come out on the other side not empty-handed? So the book is not just about marriage. Both of my books, Phenomenal Woman, Oh Yes You Are, and 30 Pearls of I Do, both are written from my passion for how women see themselves in seasons of brokenness, and whatever you find yourself in, I promise you, there are nuggets, pearls from the book that you can pick up and say, this applies to my it too.
Wow. That's good. That is so good. And I love too how you shared that, because a lot of times when people go through experiences like that, divorces, there's bitterness. And I love how you shared that there were good times, that you didn't want the bad to outweigh the good,
Right.
because you did have some wonderful moments. And I was sharing with someone just this past weekend, and they were saying about wasted time. And I said, really, there's no such thing as wasted time, because everything that we go through is for a reason, it's a purpose. And just like, the different stages that you went through, you put it in a book. And this book is to help other women. And so we shift our mindset and not think of, oh, I wasted all this time. No, it was not wasted time. It was learning moments. It was, stepping stones, however you wanted to call it, for you to be where you are today.
Yeah.
So I really liked how, you really brought that out, because sometimes we can forget about that.
Right.
Yeah.
And that has to happen through God. I'm not going to tell you that I woke up one day and was like, oh my God.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Let's be clear. Let's be real clear. Let's be real clear. Okay. So I went through every emotion and still do. And I welcome that. I teach women in the organization, and they look at me crazy when I say, I know you're hurting right now, but I want you to allow every pain. I want you to pray. And that's the season that I was in the last couple of years. It was literally, Jackie, I kid you not, God, allow me to feel every stage of agony and hurt that goes along with this. Because when I cross to the other side, Jackie, I don't need to be on a stage trying to empower women and I get triggered and then I have a meltdown.
Exactly.
Right? Yeah. And that's what happens with people. And you can't teach healing without walking through all the phases of it. So I don't want to skip over anything. I don't want to jump over anything, because I clearly know God has his hand on me and this is something he has called me to. So I want to embrace all of it.
Yeah.
And it takes him. It takes him. That's what wholeness is. A lot of people say, I want to be healed. I want to be healed. You want to keep going till you're whole.
Yeah, that's true. And before we go to our break, I like how you said that, because that you can't jump from one thing to the next. Like, you have to go through it. And we live in this popcorn society to where we just want to glaze on through the process, but you have to go through the process. And whatever that process looks like for you, you have to go through that in order, like you said, to experience the wholeness.
Yeah. And what people don't understand is it always coming back.
Yeah.
Whether you deal with it now or you
right.
deal with it 10 years, always coming. You're going to eventually have to sit in it and deal with it. And I choose to deal with mine now.
Deal with it now. Yes. Yes. We had a comment from author Katina. Yes. Pray and acceptance will get you through. Amen. Yes. Amen. Thank you so much for that comment. Well, ladies, gentlemen, whomever is watching, we hope that you are enjoying this conversation that we are having with Lady Million Marviette. And we are going to take a quick commercial break and we'll be right back. So we hope that you have been taking notes. Please, you've been taking notes, getting these nuggets, and that you've shared this broadcast on your pages. And also, let us know where you're viewing us from. And if you have any questions or any comments, please feel free to, put them in the comment section as well. And we will be right back with Lady Million Marviette after this commercial break.
Through smiles, laughter, and shared moments, human connection bridges hearts, transcending barriers and illuminating the beauty of our shared humanity. In every glance, touch, and conversation, we find solace, understanding, and belonging. Cherish the bonds that unite us, for in them lies the essence of our existence. It's all about the connection. Want to boost your health and energy? Start running. It's the perfect way to strengthen your heart, clear your mind, and stay fit. Lace up, hit the pavement, and feel the rush of adrenaline. Transform your life one step at a time. Run for your health. Run for you. Get ready to start your month with inspiration and empowerment. Motivational Monday with Jackie O streams live every first Monday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Join me as we dive into conversations that help you think well, live well, and glow. From practical tips to powerful stories, this is your space to reset, refocus, and rediscover your best self. Don't miss it. Mark your calendars and catch the glow live. Motivational Monday with me, your girl, Jackie O.
Hey, welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to Motivational Monday with me, your girl, Jackie O, and my special guest, Lady Million Marviette. We have been talking about transformation, resilience, growing, listening to God, just all the things, healing. We have been talking about that in our first half, and we're going to continue this conversation with Lady Million Marviette, and she explained to us about what that means. So if you're just now joining us, please feel free to go back and watch the replay. Watch the replay because it is some really good information that we talked about on the first half. So, Marviette, you've always been fashionable. You've always been like a real classy lady. I would be looking at you when you come in because y'all, we used to go to church years ago. Like I said, like 20.
How old were we?
I don't know because I don't know. I was in my 30s probably because I'm 50 now.
Okay, I'll be 55 in August. So did you come to Christ Temple before 1994 or after?
No, after.
Okay.
I came in 96.
Oh, okay.
96.
Okay.
Yeah, at that time there was a lot of us getting married.
Yeah.
96, 97. Those 3 years, I think, was like the years of marriages.
Marriages. Oh my gosh.
Yes. So, and I remember Marviette would always come in. She would just be so stylish, and I'm like, she has it going on, and you have not lost it. You are still the same beautiful Marviette, still stylish, and all the things with that. So, I want to talk about you being a fashion designer. Like, why did I not think that you would do something like that? Because of but I want to talk about that. And, how did you get into that? Was it just your love of fashion? Take us on that journey.
Okay. So actually it was my love for fashion, and my sister and I, Monique, we started a fashion design business back in the late 1998, I guess, and early 2000s. And we were going to travel the world doing custom design suits. So that's where my email comes from, Exclusive by Design. We started doing pastors' wives suits and women in the ministry suits. And so I even went to the Houston Community College for fashion design and was actually in class. And Patrick was voted pastor of the First Church in South Carolina in 2002. And I had to drop my fashion design class. Can you tell I'm scarred? I had to drop my fashion design class to go be with him in the ministry. And my sister and I still carried on with the suits. So my sister was a drawer, sketcher by nature, by second nature. So we would come together and kind of design suits, and I used to do the fashion shows. Remember Hotel Sofitel in
Yep.
Houston? So did fashion shows, and that was kind of the journey we were on. Nakia Allen, remember Nakia? Nakia started back in 1996 being my graphics designer. So she would take the pictures of the suits, she and Daryl, and they would design the card for it. And so that's kind of where it started. We were going to be this fashion design guru sister duo, right? And when we got elected to the church, and it was in South Carolina, I remember my sister coming in, and when she flew in, she was like, I said I would follow you to LA,
but not here.
I was following you to South Carolina. I said, I'm sorry, but this is where I'm supposed to go. And it's so funny because I used to see myself in visions on stages with thousands of women in the audience, Jackie. And I always thought that it was my sister and I going to be on stage doing fashion shows. Thought it to my heart, just in my heart of hearts. And so then when we started pastoring and I started working with women, and now that I go around speaking to women, I was like, God, you set me up. You had me thinking those women were for fashion, but that was for church and ministry, right? And so he ended up bringing fashion back around to me. Okay. Because when I first started Phenomenal Woman and I was working in homeless shelters for all those years, at the end of the sessions, I would make the women over. They got hair, I connected with hairstylists in the area and bridal boutiques. And so we would make them over from head to toe. So that's how fashion became a part of the Phenomenal Woman's umbrella. And then now it's a part of the Phenomenal Woman, Phenomenally Used umbrella, because go figure, when women birth a business or something, I teach them that your personal brand is not just a beautiful picture, a beautiful website, but your personal brand is exactly who you are. So I literally help women tap into who they are, the essence of their core values. And I teach them the understanding of colors. Did you know colors had meanings?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. And fonts have meanings. All right. So I teach them that. And so that's how fashion design is still in, because I help them come up with their own signature look. It's okay to admire someone else, but please don't copy them.
You have your own style.
Every woman has their own style. They just need someone to help them tap into it and discover it. And so that's what I do with the fashion design. I help women tap into, what their look is and be okay with your look.
Exactly. I like that. Yes. Because we all have our own unique, styles and how we like to do. And I kind of think about all the time, me and my two sisters, there's three of us.
Yes.
And all three of us have our own unique style, how we dress, what we like, and one might think, oh, girl, you're soulful, but hey, that's my style.
But guess what? You're comfortable. You're comfortable in it, right? You're comfortable in it. So you just have to embrace that. And when you just embrace who you are authentically, you live life so freeing. It's so freeing, and it's just so, like nothing bothers you. You just glide through life. You just glide through life. So that's how the fashion came into it.
Okay. So you're an author, you're a speaker. You are also a podcast host.
Yes.
What's your podcast?
Yes. So the podcast was also birthed out of the book, Phenomenal OESCR. And so the podcast is just simple. It's simple. It's a reminder to women. It's a space for us to connect. And for women who are feeling like, you know what? I feel like crap today.
Yeah.
This is going on. This is going wrong. This is happening, And so I want women to stop by every Wednesday just for a nugget, just to remind you, if you're ever second guessing yourself and you're wondering if I'm still phenomenal, and it's just to say, girl, oh, yes, you are. Yeah. You are still phenomenal, not because of what you're walking through, not even because of what you've accomplished, but it's based on the sole fact that you were created by a phenomenal God, and he said you were, period.
Yeah.
Period. So it's a space for, so I bring on women who have triumphed through struggles and trials, and life happenings. And so it's all about sharing the women that's on the other side. And so I say in my launch episode, I'm the girlfriend that's going to be here to cheer you on, to help encourage you, but I'm not the girlfriend that's going to sit in it and talk about it over and over and cry with you over and over. I'll give you 1 or 2 sessions and then we're done with it.
Yeah.
We're
I
done
like
with it.
Yeah.
You got work to do. You have work to do. You have lives to save. You
Yeah.
have people's
Right.
lives to change.
Yeah. That's true. You have to let it go.
Yeah,
Just
you do.
let it go.
You do.
You said, yeah, you do. You really do.
That's one of the toughest topics.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, I agree. I
Mhm.
agree. When we talk about letting it go, I want to talk just briefly about the forgiveness, because when you said how you'll go with them just for a couple of sessions and you're not going to keep going over and over and over, do you think it is because they want to go over and over and over because they want to stay in it, but also they may have some things going on, like for forgiveness of themselves, that they may need to forgive themselves? Or what makes what would it be that they would just want to stay in it?
Well, I mean, Jackie, when people are hurt, they're
Mhm.
hurt.
Right.
I mean, you're hurt. You're dealing with, there's shock, there is disappointment, there
Mhm.
is anger, there is how could you, there is how dare
Yeah.
you. I mean, there is just so much that is lumped into the phrase of being hurt or the emotion of being hurt. And so you can stay in it because it also gives you the right to stay angry.
There you go. Yeah.
Right? It gives you the right to stay angry because doing what God is requiring of you, it takes work. And it takes changing you. What do they teach us? That you can keep praying about something and God may never change the situation, but you're
Mhm.
guaranteed that he's going to change. He's going to change you.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's really what it is. And people want, I won't necessarily say revenge, but people want justice. Like, how
Mhm.
dare you do that?
I know. Yeah. I know.
So that's what it is. And you have to just make a decision that you will sink or swim.
Yeah.
And what I teach about forgiveness is, we hear it said all the time, it's not for them, it's for you. But really grasping, I have to help women see their other side. Because
Yeah.
not until you can see your other side are you able to even consider forgiveness.
Yeah. I like that. That's good. That's good.
Mhm.
Listen, y'all, we are going to take another quick break. And after this break, we will come back and Lady Million Marviette will be sharing with us. We'll be wrapping it up and she'll be sharing with you her last thoughts that she would like to leave with you on this evening. So we will be right back after this commercial break.
Our calming butters are the ultimate solution for self-care, designed to nourish and soothe your skin. Available in 3 varieties: original, posit, and markless. They each cater to unique skin needs, from hydration and relaxation to targeting scars and stretch marks. Pair them with our Oh Girl Yes self-care coloring book, perfect for unwinding while exploring your creativity. Both are part of the Glow Collection by Jackie O, dedicated to helping women think well and live well. Shop the Glow Collection by Jackie O. Get ready to start your month with inspiration and empowerment. Motivational Monday with Jackie O streams live every first Monday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Join me as we dive into conversations that help you think well, live well, and glow. From practical tips to powerful stories, this is your space to reset, refocus, and rediscover your best self. Don't miss it. Mark your calendars and catch the glow live. Motivational Monday with me, your girl, Jackie O.
Welcome back to Motivational Monday with me, your girl Jackie O, and my special guest, Lady Million Marviette. We have been having such an amazing conversation on this evening, catching up, and then just talking about life.
Right.
The things that we go through in life as women. And tonight, it has just been a really great conversation. And so if you are just now tuning in with us, please go back and watch the replay. I know that I always go back and watch the replays of the show because, of course, I'm on here hosting. So I like to go back so I can take notes and just really sit in it and really listen. It's kind of like when we're at church and
Right.
when we're listening to the message and we're trying to take notes, and sometimes we have to like go back and listen in so we can really get it. Church, school. So
Right.
hope you were able to take notes, but if not, you can go back and watch the replay. And also please share this show with someone else and on your platforms. So as we are wrapping up our conversation with Lady Million Marviette on this evening, she is going to share with us her last words that she would like to leave with our viewing audience on this evening about whatever you would like to share.
Yes, yes. So I get this question all the time, Lady Million, what's my purpose? So I am going to share with you all that your purpose starts with who you used to be. Whatever you've overcome, whatever you have walked through, then you have a duty, a compelling call to go back and rescue someone else. If you're wondering where should I start this year, I will say to you that you need to redefine who you are in God. According to his word, I want you to dedicate to a lifestyle of prayer, his word, and fasting, because it's literally like checking into a 12-step program, is what I like to call it. You don't know what life holds ahead for you, and your transformation journey is between you and God.
Yeah.
Women, we do a lot of things. And when people do things that you don't understand, you just have to understand that people make decisions out of hurt. They are broken and they are hurt. They don't know who they are. So your heart needs healing. Your soul needs restoring. And everything about you needs to be in alignment with God. I will encourage you, ladies and men, you deserve to walk in your greater. And I always leave every platform with this one question. Are you becoming the woman you need to become in order to have the capacity to do what is necessary for you to live and have the life that you desire? God doesn't waste a crisis, and he will not let you come out empty-handed, and then you can wear my shirt that says, my pain paid me.
Yes. What does it say? My pain?
My pain paid me.
Okay, girl.
My pain paid me. God does not waste a crisis. He has something amazing, great for you to do. And you have to make a decision. Make a decision today and choose you.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Marviette. Marviette, tell us how we can get in contact with you.
Absolutely. So everything is on my website, www.marvietteausher.com, as well as my new 501 nonprofit organization. I hope my board members are watching. It is www.pwphenomenallyu.org. So with my new organization, we just celebrated 15 years of Phenomenal Woman. We are tracking our 1 million. And so we have positioned ourselves to take on the world.
Amen. I love it. And we will also be putting Marviette's information in the comment section for you to follow her, to go to her website and see how you can get involved, you get involved with what she is doing. I'm sure you have t-shirts, the t-shirt that you have on. Yes, t-shirts and different things on her website, her books. So please visit Marviette A. Usher. And again, we'll be putting that information in the comment section for you. Well, Marviette, thank you so much for being with us on this evening. We appreciate you taking time to be with us. We really enjoyed everything. And it was great catching up, girl, and
I
really
know.
that you've been looking for.
I
of
know,
what
right?
you do.
I promise I'm going to find it. I will find it. I made some calls tonight, but I didn't hear back from them in time, but I will find it. And so I'm
Yeah.
excited for you, Jackie.
Thank
Jackie,
you.
oh, so when you talk about elegance in class, that was my girl, Lady
Oh,
Jackie.
thank you. Thank
I
you.
love. So I'm excited about you, and I'm excited about everything God is doing for you in your life. And I'm excited about your platform. It is amazing being a 2-time Terry Award winner. Telly Award winner. Yes. So I'm excited about that. And so who knew? Looking back at us in our 20s, right? We're now in our 50s. We had no idea what God had in store for us back when we were in our 20s, right?
No idea.
Has unveiled it,
Yeah.
and we are not tired yet.
Not at all. Not at all.
Yes.
I'm ready. I'm ready to go. Press the gas.
Ready to go. Push the gas. Push the gas. Push the gas.
Yeah. There's
So
no
I'm
time.
Yes, no wasting of time. So I'm honored to have been here tonight. Thank you so much for the opportunity to share. And I do hope and pray that something was said that inspired, but not just inspired. It's a season where you need to just not be inspired, but you need to really put in the work. Get up and join a 5 a.m. or 6 a.m. prayer club. Get up and be inspired and transform. Okay.
Yes, absolutely. Well, again, thank you so much, Marviette. And we will be back. We will be back with Motivational Monday with me, your girl, Jackie O, on Monday, March the 6th. Yes, March the 6th. We will be back 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. We will be on our Facebook page and our YouTube channel. So please join us. We have another special guest in store for you. And also, March celebrates our 5th year of doing motivation.
Wow.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Oh, thank you. I'm so excited. Listen, we started back during COVID. And I had no idea what I was doing. We started out with this. One of my friends, when I worked overseas, and she's a board certified psychiatrist. So I reached out to her and I was like, hey, I want to do something on Instagram. I'm not really sure, but I want you to come on because it was during COVID, right?
Right.
And, people were all trying to figure out, we were at home and we're like, what in the world? And she said, well, let's just come on during lunchtime. And I said, okay, let's do that. And we started out on Instagram. And then I started getting people asking, hey, can you talk about this? Or can you do this? And then I ended up doing like a whole show. And it was amazing. And so I have her come on every now and then and talk to us and stuff. But yeah, March of this year makes 5 years that we've been hanging in there, being consistent and putting in the work.
5 years. Well, I say to people, if you were in the pandemic and you didn't birth something, what are you doing?
Yeah.
You should have birthed something. It was a time for introspection and you should have birthed something. So
Absolutely.
Anyway, congratulations on 5 years, my dear.
Much. Thank you so much. So again, everyone, thank you all for tuning in with us this evening. We pray that you received something that resonated with you and that your lives have been impacted, not just motivated and inspired, but something that was said today, it impacted your life and impacted you to change. Change the action word, change, and put in the work. So until next month, thank you for tuning in. You can follow us on Instagram, Jackie O, Facebook, Jackie O blog, our website, JackieO.com. Check us out. We got some products on there that you can order. But again, thank you for tuning in, and we will see you on next month. Bye.
Bye.
Jackie,